Hello!
Well,
Calling to our kitties
we hope you enjoyed vlog number 1
of our Virgin cruise.
And in this episode, or in this live show, kind of the recap, we're going to tell you the story of the lost wallet from this guy and some other news.
I thought we already talked about that. But coming up next on D&G Explorers.
Dilly Dilly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Derek is trying to make a dilly dilly for himself, and I'm trying to get the comments. There we go. Oh gosh, I don't like how I don't know how to scroll on this laptop thing on this laptop. So I have to say, Greg, I think like the short hair looks best, but you do you. I know, and I know you don't like the long hair. You know, it's funny, my middle brother, because I'm the youngest, so my brother a couple years ahead of, older than me, has long hair, and it's actually longer than this. So I actually I shaved it during summertime all the way down, like almost to the scalp, and let it grow out. So from summer to now, this is what I have. So I'm sure I'll do something with it before our next cruise, because I usually like to have fun and do something, with my hair and all that. So yeah.
That must be Charlie.
But yeah, thank you. I know I do. You said you do you. I understand. But thank you, and thank you everybody for joining us. And we were making a dilly dilly.
I had to go with a Bloody Mary,
and I made an ocean blue.
I make my Bloody Marys a little bit differently. I put clamato in there.
Oh God, you have your stuffed olives with blue cheese.
Yes, the stuffed olive with blue cheese. I also use tequila that's infused with habanero to give it a spicy kick. You don't normally put tequila in a Bloody Mary, but I do, and there you go.
Welcome, Angela, Nima Cheka, Nautical Nurse Nancy,
thank you for posting
Ann
our
Hanley.
video in there.
Thank you, Dizney Nerd Herders, Tiffany Peacock. Welcome. So I know this is part 2. Hopefully, people saw that we were doing a live after this. So from North to Neverland, welcome. Disney Nerd Herders, I don't know if you got to ride it, but I know Monday was the last day for Dinosaur, and then they closed. And then I heard Tuesday they had a special event, probably for all the cast members to ride it one final time. But
Yep.
they already took down the signs. They put up the wall, everything on Tuesday, so it's like it was never there.
So from North to Neverland said her husband Mike's hair is same as mine. I'm gonna let my hair grow out for a little bit.
You're gonna let it grow out like this?
Yeah, we have end of March.
I don't know if I can imagine you with hair like this long.
End of March, we're going to. You have to turn your thing off.
Oh, whoops.
We're going. My mom and I are going to Vegas, so I want longer hair for that. But excuse me.
Oh my God, control your bowel.
Drink is better the second time down. So, a couple of things that we didn't put in this video. We try to keep it down a little bit. The videos we do are a lot of it just for our own memories. Ryan
Donahue, welcome.
Oh
wow, yep, we got to ride it last Wednesday live. Awesome. I hope you took it all in.
So what Gregory spoiled on the other thing.
I didn't spoil. I totally forgot that you even said it. Now you're just bringing it up.
We did talk about it when we first came back. So it was one of the scariest moments, dreaded fear of.
He's adding intrigue. He's adding adventure, and he's adding horror aspects.
Nancy, Anthony.
I am not. I'm trying. Stop. Okay. I'm just having fun.
Right.
Stop. Go ahead.
Let me share my.
Go ahead. Tell your story.
So when you do a trip, you have everything planned. You got my Suhek books that have everything in there. The last thing you think about is not having wallet and like credit cards that you're going to use for the trip and all that, debit cards and all that stuff. When we got to the airport. We went to Fort Lauderdale. Maddie and Scott picked us up because they had arrived a few days earlier, and we were all sharing a room. And then it was a surprise that Chris showed up later because they didn't tell us. They eventually said someone's coming, but it's a surprise. So we all shared a room to cut down on cost. So we got in the car, and I don't even think we were in a minivan, and I was looking, and I didn't feel my wallet. I'm thinking, what did I do with my wallet? What happened to it? We went. Maddie uses a electric scooter, so we had loaded it up. We had to go through there, pull it out, searching everywhere for it. We could not find it. And I do remember, the last thing I remember is we were getting up to leave the plane, and I felt my wallet, and I said, I better move it, or I shouldn't leave it there because I might lose it. That was my last thought of it. And then I was really like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So we went back to customer service. They held the plane so they could go in.
Who can ever say that you held a plane?
I know, right?
This person, this guy right here.
And they checked everywhere, and no luck. So,
and I was going up and down the escalators, and then got
in the bathroom.
Got too close to one of the security doors, and the alarm went off. So I just walked away. I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah.
So we couldn't find it. We did a report through American Airlines.
Yep. See, they remember the story, and they're paranoid ever since. Thanks to you. No.
And then we got. Was going to try to call the airport to leave a report because they recommend doing that just in case it was found somewhere else. And then in the door, so I'm behind the driver's seat. I look down to the left, and I see something sticking up. I don't even remember going to that side of the door.
Was in the door.
Opening it.
It was in the door.
It was there. And I looked at it, and I said a fancy little colorful word, which I don't normally use. I said, you got to be...
I freaked out like you don't use. Okay. I freaked out, and I almost started crying because I was so happy, because you don't understand. It had credit cards, had our money, everything we were going to use
for the entire cruise. And you're thinking like everything we had planned, the dinners, extra dinners out and about. Thank you,
Rachel's Island Adventures. Thank you. Yes.
Where are you coming up with Rachel's Islands Adventures?
Doesn't it say
That's Rachel?
Oh my God. Well, I would hope you're on an island adventure. Apparently I can't read. I've been looking at a computer screen all day long. So Rachel's Adventures. But I wish you were on an island. I wear my
thank you,
D&G
Rachel.
shirt like once a week. Y'all sent me. I got so many comments. Thank you. You can buy these on Amazon. Just in
No,
case.
you can't.
Yes, you.
These are the ones that we go through that are more expensive than the ones you can get on Amazon.
You cannot buy these on Amazon, but you can buy merch on Amazon.
Yes. So when I think back of it,
I do have glasses, but I'm just not wearing them right now.
I did realize outside after we had left the terminal and we went to the vehicle and we were loading our stuff up, Maddie gave me a room key and I put it in my wallet. If I would have thought that, I would have known. But you know, you meet your friends that you haven't seen in a long time. You're trying to unload. You've been traveled for a long time. I didn't remember any of that. And
but we looked in the door and it was not there.
I didn't look in that one because I don't remember going to that side
of the door. I thought we looked everywhere. It was on your side. You were sitting, and I thought we looked everywhere.
But the side that was on behind the passenger is what?
I'm just saying, okay. I mean, because it's 5:42. We're still talking.
Yeah, but that so that's. Yeah, I will make sure.
So note to self, just make sure you know where everything is at that you need on your trip.
Yes. And if you have thoughts that maybe you should move it so you don't lose it, that might be an answer to move it.
Don't put it in your back pocket. I always tell Derek, do not put stuff in your back pocket, especially when you're in another country.
Right.
But our Virgin cruise was amazing, and that's only a small part of our Virgin vlogs that we're doing. Lots of fun. It's adult oriented in the sense that it is an adult cruise, so there is more adult elements like shows that might sometimes be a little risque but funny, not to the point where you want to leave. They're fun and you go with the flow and you just have a good time. So they don't force anything on anybody. It's nothing like that. It's just a fun adult time where adults get away from their kids and have a good time. Some might relive their glory days. Some might feel like big kids.
That to me is just what
they're
it was.
just having fun.
It's adults reliving their youth. Anne says, on our first cruise, I lost Rich's phone. Oh no. We reported it to customer service on the ship. Security came and checked our room, our luggage, and finally my purse. When the security pulled it out, they pulled it out of your purse? Is that what they did? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Angela, I think we can take care of that for you. Getting that shirt and sweatshirt.
Nancy lost her phone. Oh, I can't see this.
I'll just call it up. I lost my phone when we were at Universal Studios. Thankfully, I got it back fairly quickly. That is awesome.
I would freak out if I lost my phone because you have so many important things on your phone. I mean, it's locked, but you still have important things. Some people might have passwords, photos of the special moments, things like that. So the sail away party, do they allow you to take as many servings of champagne as you want? Yes, they do.
They're bottomless.
Yeah, they are bottomless. They excuse me, they want you to drink and have a good time. They don't count how many you take. You drink it, get another.
They keep going until they're out.
I will say it's not like the finest quality champagne, but it is good champagne. Yeah. And if you do the touch of or splash of romance and you go
touch of romance,
splash, a touch, whatever.
Well, it is Virgin.
But if you do the splash of romance and you go up to the higher deck for the special event they do have better tasting champagne. They mixed it, I think, with strawberry puree or something like that. But yeah, it is different.
Well, they had that one, and then they had the drink that we drank on the dock, the bar area called the Dock House.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a margarita. It was like a sangria, I think. So they gave you two different options: the champagne or the other one.
The Dock is probably our favorite. Huh?
I think it was called the Dock House.
I thought it was just the Dock, but it's in the
at the back,
the back of the
after
ship. Yeah, the aft, and it's actually it was one of our favorite hangouts. It's where they have the pajama party. It's not. I thought it was with the beds and everything.
Pajamas at the top. This one was down like on deck 3 or 5.
It almost looked the same because they have beds out. Well, they have beds out
They
there
do.
too.
You're right.
So
That's where they did the
Starry Night thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but yes, they have little hors d'oeuvres and drinks that you can get that are all included. So it's really cool.
Another thing we did pre-cruise that we didn't show
that was their favorite place on board too, from North to Neverland, the dock.
We didn't show it on this one because one, I just took pictures.
We will, Rachel.
Sky Princess. When we did that right after COVID, I think it was right after COVID. Yes. Excuse me. We went to American Social in Fort Lauderdale, which is down like in the old part of Fort Lauderdale. We stayed at the Riverside Hotel. We still going to release that vlog eventually. But that was, we got right on, I think it's Los Olos or something like that. Like one of the famous streets there. And it's walking, I mean, it's at the end of the corner from where the Riverside Hotel is. And we went to the American Social and we loved it. So we went back on this one, but it was cold and we were dressed in shorts. I didn't have a sweatshirt.
How was that?
It was cold. Thinking, what's going on here? It's cold in Florida.
It was cold.
So we just kind of took some
night.
shots of pictures and of the food and drink. And I just thought, you know what? I don't really want to add this to it because I showed more in when we finally released the video. But we did do that opening.
Well, we did eat there though.
First night we got in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then the second day we did some shopping around. We went to Target. We did some other things. Greg got, I think, a shirt at Marshall's. I think you got a shirt, didn't you?
No, everything was closed when we were gonna eat.
We went into no. That's when the next day we went shopping.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Yes. So that was cool. And we went to Blackjack's Rum Bar. And then later on, we went to Rosie's, which I would have, if we had more time, I would rather have them more spread out because we were actually not really that hungry when we went to Rosie's.
Rosie's was fun. I did
fun.
like the lighting and the atmosphere. The lit up unicorns were pretty cool. I've never seen unicorns like that. I thought that was kind of whimsical and fun. And they also had a DJ where you could request a song. So I requested a song for Derek. And they played it, and I heard it. I was like, I requested this for you. So he was happy with that. And we went around and recorded, around the area of Rosie's. Very inclusive, very fun place.
Yeah. Great menu.
Yeah. And we were having someone that was being trained. We had them as a waiter, and he was very nice. He did, everything that he should have done as a waiter, and he was learning, and we thanked him and everything, so it was fun.
So Greg, I don't know if you remember this. So, Nancy, I don't remember if you could bring bottles on, but you don't need it because in the room daily they bring you have a carafe of water with the cups in there. And you can drink it.
They bring you ice water
all day long. So you don't really need to bring bottled water. Their site says no plastic but cans or cartons, so their water was great. We probably drink more water, and it's included in there. So yeah, it's available for you. Like if you leave your room and they come in, they fill it up for you. So I don't think you really need to worry about.
You can ask for as much as you want.
Yeah, and I don't remember if it was if they put lemons in it or lime.
You could probably ask for like a bowl of lemon if you want, and then you can squeeze it in if you want to do that.
We love having water in our cabin.
Hydration. Yeah, especially when you're drinking. So
so I think you would be fine not worrying about taking additional stuff in because they'll take care of that for you and make sure you have enough. Did you purchase a bar tab?
Yes.
So we had this cruise, and we had mentioned we had booked it. We had planned for it 2.5 years ago. They moved our cruise. I think they backed it like a year.
Yep, this is where we got buku credit and bar tab. You could use the credit for your bar tab too on top of your bar tab.
We had like was it like $1,200, something like that?
Yep.
So
that
not
we-
all of it was a bar tab.
No, we
But
used
you
it for
could
other
shift
things.
stuff
Yeah.
too. Like we used some of the credit we
Oh,
used
you're
for
good. Ask
casino.
away.
But yeah, we
Hey, Jamie Wilhite, welcome.
hey Jamie. We did do we had, I think bar
Nice to
tab was
see you.
$650 if I remember right, because I was looking at some of the photos that
But
I
we
was doing
split
screenshots
it
of
between the two of us.
Yeah.
Plus, we had our credit that we split between the two of us.
Which
so-
is interesting that they don't have a drink package, but they have a bar tab, which is basically the same thing.
Well, you can control it though. If you
Yeah.
want to add more, then you add more onto it as
And
you go along.
The more you put down, the more they will give you like extra, like I don't remember if you spent like $300
when you
got like
first
$50.
book it,
They give
mean?
you $50 additional.
You mean when you first book it?
when you buy the bar tab, because you can buy the bar tab anytime before the
Yeah,
cruise.
but you can add to it, but they're not going to
Yeah.
give you more credit as you add it. You just add to it if
Correct.
you want.
Then the rest would hit your bill if you
Mm-hmm.
went over on it. And the cool thing is about it, you can like where other cruise lines, it's specifically for you. I could buy people drinks. Like if I like my last night and I had like $300 left, I could just hey, give that person a drink, give that person a drink. So
Yep.
it doesn't matter. So Cargo,
Welcome,
she
So
recently
Cargo.
was in Florida at Walt Disney
Awesome.
World. Yes, it looked like she had an amazing time.
Hope you got to go on the dinosaur ride before it closed on Monday.
I'm sure she did.
You never know.
If she went to
She had to go
there.
to Animal Kingdom.
Greg, the other things about this extra virgin, I think I enjoyed this more on this cruise than we did on the Valiant Lady, because we've been on the Valiant Lady and we were on the Scarlet Lady. I can't remember our waitress's name. I wish I
Why
would
do you
have put it
think
down.
you liked it better?
I don't know. That's a good question. I just enjoyed it more. And we
Oh, awesome.
we
She went on
actually we're going to go next. We had booked it for a second night, but that changed because we went to the Lucky Lotus, which is a Chinese restaurant, and we fell in love with the Lucky Lotus.
Yes,
That
we
was
went there
our
twice.
favorite restaurant out of all
Their
of them.
food was so good. I got the chicken that came in like a bowl type thing with a top on it, and it was the most tender, juiciest, flavorful chicken I've probably ever had on a cruise ship, and it had a nice sauce on it. So I think I got that dish twice and then added more onto it, but it was so good.
From another side of things, Mike can't drink on his seizure meds, so we never get drink packs. But this time we got the bar tab, and it was great for both of us. I love the freedom. We got $200. That is awesome. It was more than enough with all the free drinks we got. Yes, they do have different things to do that. Cargo said, I went to AK Road, Animal Kingdom Road, Dinosaur, Kilimanjaro Safari, and Everest, then hopped on to Magic Kingdom.
Awesome.
We but yeah, Disney Nerd Herders was saying that she was dancing. She was just so much fun. She was so nice. She was just so casual. The crew was
Wait,
the crew of the ship.
you mentioned Disney Nerd Herders.
They made a comment about her dancing.
Who's
She-
dancing?
The girl that was serving us. She was doing the breakfast.
Oh, yes, on the premiere. Okay, yes.
yes.
You threw me off for a second because you were talking about Animal Kingdom, and I'm like, wait, what?
No.
Okay.
But warning, the one thing that we've experienced on both times when we've tried to board Virgin, their internet isn't very good. And things we've had, and this is a combination of both cruises.
Oh, that was true. I remember that.
Things we've had booked suddenly vanished, like they had to
fix
the dining. So we had to go and
They
fix
were
that.
very
Both
good at
cruises,
fixing
we did
it.
it. Yeah, everything was taken care of, but be prepared to make sure, like from what because you pre-book your dining reservations, which I definitely recommend, because if you don't, you probably aren't going to get reservations at the restaurants. And we got them fixed, so we didn't have to worry about that. And I think we connected us with Maddie and Scott. We had us grouped together.
Yeah,
there were some issues that we had.
When you get on board, just double check your app. Make sure you have all your reservations there. You can't cash your credit for money towards the stewardesses or the crew. I don't believe you have to use that on yourself.
Correct.
So you might as well drink it up, live it up, buy souvenirs, whatever you can do.
Be the life of the party.
Use up all that money. You could buy other people things.
Yeah.
You just can't give it as cash value to the crew as a tip. That would be nice if you could do that. But yeah, we have not heard that you can do that.
The one thing we also will say, we love the interaction with the crew.
Yes.
The crew
dilly
is very
fun.
More than any other cruise line, you get to know the crew, and the conversations you have with them. There is no cruise director.
No,
it's the hostess, which is, I don't really call it the Scarlet Lady, but that's the one where I put the hostess. That's where she's wearing the red wig,
and
she's like she does all the special events, and she's diva. Like she's a big singer. And then you have the diva,
we got to know her very well. We say her in the sense of the character her. I think Maddie saw the actor out of their makeup and getup at one point. I never saw them, but I will say him playing his character of her was awesome.
Well, they also did a show they said
she is so funny in character.
Virgin, you're going to see that on the next vlog that we do. Virgin created this show specific. They let her create the show for the and it was hilarious. So but just the interaction you have with the cast, getting to know them, and they ask you questions, and it's cool. I don't think I've ever been on a cruise line where you normally build bonds with crew members, but this one I think we felt more than any other thing. More than countable is it because it is a smaller ship. And
for fun?
And is that for building the relationships with them? I'm not sure like where to gauge my response.
We did get to know the diva, the character, and also the actor that played the character while he was in character.
Yeah, he was getting ready to go on the thing, and we spoke to him like for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just like we were just old friends, and he told us about his background,
what it was coming up doing drag, and the opportunities for him.
Yep, he was married to his partner. He's been doing this for years. I think he was thinking of retiring at some point. He said how many years he was doing it, and I'm like, okay, you don't look your age for doing it that long,
right? I think it's what Virgin wants to do. So one of the things which also is unique, the crew go to the
thank you so cargo.
They don't have a buffet. They have a galley there, which to me is basically the galley. I mean, it's a buffet, but the crew go in there and eat. So you'll be, they'll be around the whole time. That's one of the things Richard Branson wanted, was to have the crew and the passengers interacting with each other. And it's just them like talking. I mean, we were on the dock house and we were talking to the bartender and just genuinely having a conversation, taking the time for her to stop and just not serve you and moving on. I don't know if it's because it's a smaller ship. I would say I think it's more just because of how they run things, and how without having a DJ, it's especially the happening squad is what they call them, the happenings team.
Get in with them, and you might get invited to a special treat event.
Yes,
which we did on our first Virgin cruise.
Yeah, we didn't try it this time, but the first night at the pajama party, you want to hit up the happenings cast as they walk through the PJ squad, the PJ party, and they gave us tickets to go to a secret party we went to.
I don't think we did it this time because I don't think it's not
accessible,
handicapped accessible, because they take you down in the they took us down to the front of the ship, down to the crew barrack area where we had to be quiet while we were walking through the hallway to get where we needed to go. And they had a nice bar set up. They had a magic show and everything. And on that ship, we had to have our phones locked up. You could not take video or anything. So, but this cruise, we did not do it.
We didn't attempt to do it.
Yeah, because it probably, if we did the same thing, it wouldn't have been accessible. and we didn't know what we were doing. And if it wasn't accessible, then we wouldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah. So,
But
we're
we
top of
are
the
at
hour.
the top of the hour.
Yep. So
we have
next week
we have lots more to share.
we will. I'm working on the next video series, so we're gonna get these out as quick as we can. That was my commitment for this year. My New Year's resolution. Let's see how long that lasts. We went to a show.
You're doing good so far.
Yes, where the diva talked about her story and she made me cry. I let her know after it was special. My son is pansexual and is with a transgender woman, so it hit home. That is awesome. That might have been the same time that, like, the show that we went to, because it was more of kind of getting to know them.
Lots of different walks of life on Virgin for sure, and everybody is nice, polite, respectful. Everybody just has fun.
I think it's Charlie. It's not always a party. I will say cruising is what you make
the
of it.
Nighttime is when all the parties are going on,
but
daytime is more quieter.
But you don't, just like any cruising, you don't have to be a part of it if you don't want. The food of Virgin is amazing. The cast, the crew members are amazing.
Go for the food alone and the crew, if nothing else.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a part of the parties. Like Scarlet Night, you can do your own thing. You don't have.
But I will say, Scarlet Night is a lot of fun. You're missing out if you don't try it at least.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about it next week. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for joining us
for our premiere and our live show.
And with that,
if you haven't subscribed to us, please do. Give us a like. Tell your friends and family.
Thumbs up.
And have a little dilly on us.
With that, I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm a little explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love.
Dilly.